Hey y'all, I am so deeply honored to finally get to share this with you guys. Last year, I had the unique opportunity to meet Chief Woody Woodard, a Cobra pilot who flew hundreds of missions in support of MACV-SOG during the Vietnam War. And Woody's situation was unique because one of his missions on board a helicopter, there was a tape recorder that recorded about 45 minutes of radio transmission audio from the mission, and Woody's voice is on that tape. I was able to get in contact with Woody, and he invited me and our film specialist Paul to his house very graciously, and we spent a whole afternoon hanging out with him and listening to this tape together and recorded the whole thing, and it was so unique, and I cannot wait to share this with you guys. Sadly, we are releasing this video posthumously. We got the very heartbreaking news that Woody passed away this May, very suddenly and unexpectedly while he was recovering from a surgery that he had. So we want this video to be an opportunity for you guys to get to know who he was and for him to still have a chance to tell his story posthumously. Woody was incredibly down to earth. He was such a cool guy, very sharp on this stuff, and so friendly. And it was just such a great opportunity to meet him there and then later at a reunion with the SOA. We're going to start off with a little visualization of this audio, and then after that we'll jump into the podcast with Woody. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. What you're about to hear is an excerpt of radio communications from an actual SOG extraction in Laos, January 1971. This audio is intense at times and may trigger unpleasant memories for some, so please use discretion before listening.
This is Panther 36. Switch on finalized. Okay. Up here, speed to get you down here. You're about 300 meters out. No, about 350. You're looking real good. Keep going around. Okay, just stay down and draw. Keep on. Keep coming on down. You're looking real good. You're about 3 out. Okay, come on, 150 meters out. Where's Frau? Anyway, taking fire. Roger, from where? Roger, 8 o'clock. Keep going around. Leave right around. The last outbound Cobra. Okay, listen, buddy, I'll be on my way down there real short. You can take a field from over here. You're not going to do it. Just keep coming. 36, this is Delta 3. Roger, I've got another statement third fire. Can you take over this ball game? Negative, now we got those spads. Okay, those spads aren't here yet. Are you ready to go attempt it? Roger that, I'm game. Switch this, it's a pretty heavy cloud. We're shooting right now as hard as we can. We're going to call it back down here for one more try. That's going to be about all we need. That line was about 75 meters away from the LZ. Once you go down, give it a try. Just keep going down your left-hand orbit. Take a left-hand orbit, go on down, get the LZ. If it's taking your fire, you can come on out. Just keep going down and do what it looks like. Roger, I'm all the way down now. We got to go for a ride. No sweat. About 100 meters out. You're looking real good. Start slowing it down. It's going to be about 12, 31 miles an hour valley. Looking real good. Just keep bringing it forward. Start losing that altitude. You're looking real good. Okay, you're about 100 meters out. Okay, not quite that far. You're about 50 meters out. Looking real good. Right down there. You should have a panel about your 12 o'clock. Looking real good. About 25 meters out. Looking real good. Right down there. That's looking good. Yeah, right. Okay. And right there's a panel right below you, Lee. Right below you. Panel's underneath us. Come on down, right?
So I'm going to stop it there for now. So, Woody, you were on this mission.
Yes, sir. I was Panther 27.
So this is a mission that is in Laos. You said in between the Bra and Leghorn, is that right?
Right. Leghorn was a radio relay site in southern Laos.
Got it. And can you explain a little bit of the background behind, first of all, who you were serving with while you were in Vietnam and what kind of missions you were doing while you were over there?
You bet. I arrived in Vietnam in May of 1970, and I departed in February of 1972. I flew with the 361st Pink Panthers, and our main unit, our main mission was to fly cover support for SOG, for the Hueys that were going, insertions and extractions, and help the teams out if they got in trouble.
Got it. And you said you flew hundreds of missions, and you were there for about 20 months?
About 20 months.
Wow. That's a long tour and a lot of time to be flying missions across the fence, and some of the hottest AOs of the war for sure.
It was interesting. It
aviation.
kept it interesting.
Yeah. So we have a really unique opportunity today to go through with Woody and look at a tape recording which documents the radio communications that were going on during this particular mission, which was 29 January, is that right?
29 January 1971.
71, which is a dual prairie fire.
Right.
Two different teams in trouble. And how common was that for something like that?
That was very rare. We would get a lot of regular prairie fires where a team would get surrounded and stuff, but a lot of times they would insert them in different days so they wouldn't overlap or there wouldn't be a chance of a dual prairie fire. But in this case, they had two teams out and they both got in trouble at the same time.
Got it. So that's not a good situation. It doesn't sound like, but I think you guys are probably the right people to have flying overhead to be flying support for them that day.
That was our mission. We were happy to do it. We felt like we were doing something.
Yeah. So the story behind this tape, so originally, if I remember correctly, we got it, Team Savage got it from Barry Louis Sabelski, and we took the tape and were able to clean it up a little bit, and our audio engineer kind of went through and redigitized the tape, and at this time we had no real concept of what the mission was, who was flying on it, who was on the ground, etc. There were a couple articles that were out that described people like Pat Mitchell and Lyn St. Laurent, and of course John Plaster, Major John Plaster, who's very well known, the godfather of SOG history writing. And but this particular recording we didn't have too much of a concept of. About 2 summers ago, myself and our good friend Don Haase, who served as a crew chief with the 195th Assault Helicopter Company, we went through and built a transcript of this and took a lot of listening over and over again. But one thing led to another, and we were talking about it at SOAR with our good friend Colonel Barry Pensek, who flew on Operation Tailwind, flew Cobras in Vietnam and in support of SOG, and he put me in contact with Chief Woody Woodard here, and I got an email back from him. He said, "Sure enough, I'm Panther 27. I was on that tape," and my heart started to race, and I went, "Oh my God!" And so not only did we get to talk to Woody today, but we're hoping also to talk to Lyn St. Laurent, who was on RT Colorado during this mission. So what we're going to do today is we're going to listen together to the tape and just talk about what's going on and try and catalog some of the history behind this mission. So thank you so much, Woody, for doing this with us. And
well, thank you for doing this for us, because we were a little known unit and nobody had heard of the Pink Panthers, and especially the mission we were on was all top secret, classified mission. So it's kind of good to get it out.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys couldn't talk about this for what, 20, 30 years?
Long time. I just didn't even think of talking about it. It never came up in conversation. So.
Sure. And Woody and I were talking about how something like this, a recording of radio stuff or pictures or video might be more common in your conventional units, but for something like SOG, which was Black Ops, top secret, across the fence into Laos and Cambodia and sometimes even North Vietnam, it's a little bit different.
It's a lot different. Yeah, we couldn't talk about it, and even when people would be getting written up for medals, things like that, for example, they couldn't put down where we were at the time. So most of the awards got turned down because of that. Got it.
I've heard that it's like almost at least on the recon side and probably on the air side as well, that most of the medals and awards that were given to soldiers should probably be bumped up one tier because of the fact that the paperwork couldn't
be completed.
Couldn't be specific.
The way it was supposed to be.
Yeah. So this, for context, this tape was recorded on board. There's it's the 57th
57th Assault Helicopter Company, the Gladiators.
The Gladiators. And we're hoping to reach some of the guys from the Gladiators who are on this mission too, if we can. But so far we haven't made contact with them. But this was recorded on board the White Lead Slick. So what you're going to hear is a little bit of the radio communications between Delta Papa 3, who is the Covey Rider, Major John Plaster, on board. I think it was Covey 556 or 512.
I think so. Yeah. He was a sergeant back in those days.
Yeah, so before he got his field commission. And he was an experienced recon man, flying above and doing the directing close air support for the team below. RT Hawaii, which was actually his team back when he did recon for a while. He was with RT Hawaii. And so this is, you'll hear the white flight, white 1, 2, 3, and 4, which are the slicks coming in to extract the team, which first is RT Hawaii, and then later you'll start to hear Tango Papa, which is Lyn St. Laurent on RT Colorado, which was over in Uniform 8, I think is what Lyn told me. And you'll hear Panther 36, who was
Captain Jim Watkins. He was the 3rd platoon leader.
Got it.
And you'll hear Panther 38, who was in the 3rd platoon. It was Terry Crump. He was a warrant officer. And you'll hear myself. I was Panther 27, and I was a warrant officer.
Got it. And you were 19 years old at this time?
I was.
19 years old and flying a Cobra on Black Ops in Laos.
Couldn't get any better.
I mean, that's living the life right there. That's crazy.
You bet.
But you'll hear a couple other call signs, and we'll try and keep things clear as to what you're hearing. But you'll see some subtitles accompanied with it as well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the tape here. So just to paint the picture, right now you guys are just arriving at RT Hawaii's location in Laos.
You bet.
Okay. So you're going to start hearing Jim Watkins.
Captain Jim Watkins was the 3rd platoon leader.
Okay.
Panther 36.
Okay, and you're going to hear Delta Papa 3 and him having conversation on where the team is, where the enemy is.
Contact the where the bad guys supposed to be at this time. Roger, team reported they were at 4 or 5 degrees, about 75 to 100.
It's a direction distance.
Right.
Okay. And they can expect possible ground fire from those hills surrounding them on either side. Roger, sounds good.
He was right. We did take a lot of ground fire.
I just love how he says, sounds good. You can expect possible ground fire. Sounds good.
That's a Cobra pilot.
Chinese away. We're taking light sporadic ground fire at the moment now. Over. Taking ground fire. I think they're trying to feel us out. I don't think they can see us, but they're firing.
Okay, so just Quebec there, to my understanding, is Regis Mitter, who was I think he was the 1-0 of RT Hawaii, if I remember right.
I think so.
But that's Quebec on the radio there, and he's talking about shinies. Can you explain what a shiny is?
A shiny would be some way that we could pick them out on the ground from the air. Normally they would use a mirror, a survival mirror.
Sure.
And they reflect it off of any light and stuff where it would, we could see it from the air, but they couldn't see it from the ground.
Sure. And we got a really, really cool opportunity to Frank Pulley, who served with General Ken Beauray in CCN, brought us, when we were out at Fort Bragg, his shiny signal mirror, and it's cool. It's like got a little screen hole in the middle, and you aim it at the aircraft, and as long as that screen is illuminated, we can see it.
We could see them. And that's also so the bad guys couldn't see them. Can only be seen from the air.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's like a directional.
You bet. So it wouldn't give away their position.
Got it. Cool. Well, let's jump back and continue.
Chinese away. We're taking light sporadic ground fire at the moment now. Over. Taking ground fire. trying to steal us out. I don't think they can see us with the fire. Roger, I'm going to bring those Panthers in right now. Thank you very much. Yeah, 3-6, this is Papa 3, did you mind? Okay, roger that. What we're going to do is I'm going to take my heavy down. I can't position it unless they're just all the way around him. I'll take my heavy down, we'll shoot it up a little bit, see if we can't stop it, see if we can't get right lead down. If not, we'll expend the primary team and we'll have my secondary fire team pull the team.
Can you explain the primary team and secondary fire team?
Well, you
Woody?
bet. In this case, the primary team was the 3rd Platoon. I was actually the lead aircraft of the secondary team, but my wingman had to go back because of maintenance problems, so we became a heavy fire team. There was 3 of us down the gun pattern, where there's normally 2. The secondary team he was talking about is coming up from Duco.
Okay.
And only because they were down there, and then this mission became hot, and then they got the other mission, the other Prairie Fire, so they started them our direction. And as a matter of fact, they got there pretty much in the middle of the extraction. You'll hear Panther 17 come up on the radio, and they'll send him up to the other fire team to kind of support them until we could get back. Rearm, refuel, and get back out there to extract them.
Got it. So the primary team is 3. It's a heavy fire team, right? You said.
In this instance, it is. Yeah. Normally, it's a light fire team, and it's 2 Cobras low and 2 Cobras just holding high.
Got it.
Waiting for them to expend or something to happen where they would need the secondary would come down.
Got it. So there's 3 Cobras right now around RT Hawaii's location for extraction.
Correct.
And then the secondary fire team is that Panther 17 who's being sent up.
Right. And you'll probably hear him just a little bit later in the...
Okay. All right. Should we jump back in?
Yes.
Shoot it up a little bit, see if we can't stop it, see if we can't get right lead down. If not, we'll expend the primary team and we'll have my secondary fire team pull the team. Roger. Administrating objective, Papa. If it's some kind of range or azimuth to those folks, or are they all okay? Just stand by here. Yeah, over. Again, to those people that are shooting down there, are they given the azimuth and distance, or are they all around you? They're still generally to our north and north whiskey, and they're pretty close. Maybe, wow, sounded pretty close. Can't say exactly how much. 75 to 100 meters. I'll let it go at that. Okay, over.
75 to 100 meters.
Stand ready to pop another smoke.
That's close.
You bet. It's in the mountains, so it's kind of echoing.
Okay, pal, I got it in my hand. Stand by. Okay, Papa 3, this is Panther 36. I'm going down now. I'll be coming in from the south to the north. I'll be breaking all right away from the suspected enemy position. And if you can have Papa smoke right now so I can keep it inside on the way down. Roger.
So I'm just going to pause again. So we're about to hear Woody come up on the tape here. But this is, right now, it sounds like Panther 36 is trying to get a beat on where
you bet exactly
friendly forces are.
Exactly where the friendly forces are. And he's going to have them pop a smoke. And the reason that is so we can see farther away. Mm-hmm. So when we go down on the trees, we'll be able to home in right on the smoke. Whereas the panel, well, we can only see if you're right on top of it.
Got it. So the smoke is obviously probably a little dangerous if the enemy could see you, but in triple canopy, I'm guessing it's harder.
You bet. And normally they only would pop smoke is when it was eminent that we were going to pick them up.
Okay.
Because they're going to give away their position. And so we need to get in there and get them out of there.
Got it. Okay. So let's jump back in here.
Coming in from the south to the north. I'll be breaking all right away from the suspected enemy position. And if you can have Papa smoke right now so I can keep it inside on the way down. Roger. It's right there. You copy break, right breaks. Sure. Correct. Papa smoke. Got it. Right below us.
And I think I mislabeled 2.8 there. That probably is 3.8.
Right, it is.
Got it. So there's a couple places you'll see that we, don't have things perfect in the transcript, but we're kind of building it out as we get more information. So we'll take note of that. And if you see anything in the parentheses on the feed of captions here. That's essentially things we think that's what they're saying, but we're not 100% on that.
Right down. Roger. If right there, you copy break, right brakes. Correct, copy smoke.
So that was you.
Right. A long
That's
time
crazy.
ago.
Coming in hot, right behind it. Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to go back so we can hear that again.
Roger, and they'll be coming in hot, right behind it. Okay.
So you just saw the smoke.
Yeah, just saw the smoke. Yeah, because we weren't sure how much ground fire we were going to take.
Sure. So I have a note in here that at the time that we were looking at this, me and Don had thought, oh, well, you guys were probably very far above, but based on what we learned today about your guys' tactics, it sounds like you would have been right above the treetops at this point.
Right, we were coming down. We were on the way down at the time that he popped the smoke.
Got
and that
it.
way, once we hit the trees, we knew exactly where we were going
Got
to
it.
head inbound to the team.
So you start up high,
Right.
and then you come in low.
Right.
Once you're going to do that pass over the
Right.
team and begin your
Then
it would
we-
be a racetrack pattern.
You bet. We'd stay down on the trees then.
And if could you explain for the audience, how does that racetrack pattern work for aircraft and extraction like this?
Well, it works out great because we can, at all times, we can keep an aircraft inbound behind the slick, behind the Huey. So when he gets down onto the trees, we can come in behind him. He'll see the lead Cobra breaking over the target, so he knows exactly where the LZ is going to be. And then as soon as he breaks, we'll see the slick go past us, and the second ship will go ahead and turn inbound. So he'll be behind the Huey. So he can start putting fire out to the left, fire to the right, if he calls taking fire at 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. And he can start putting fire down anyway just to keep the bad guys' heads down.
Got it.
So the longer we can, more we can fire for them and keep the heads down, the safer it's going to be for the Huey to get in and out.
And you're always going to have coverage if you do it that way.
You bet. And we would rather they shoot at us than the Huey because we can fire back with a lot of ammo.
Yeah, a lot of firepower. Can you talk a little? What was on your Cobra at this time, and what was on the other Cobras in terms of ordnance?
Okay, our Cobras at this time, myself, I had two 200 pods on the inboards, which are 19-shot rocket pods.
Okay.
And we can carry, and at that time we were carrying 10-pound warheads, HE. And the outboard pods were, I think, 157 pods, and they were 7-shot pods.
Okay.
One on each of the outboard stores. And they also carried, we had 10-pound warheads on at that time.
Okay.
Now, in the turret of the aircraft, we had 4,000 rounds of minigun, and the minigun shot 4,000 rounds a minute. But it had an interrupt switch so we wouldn't burn out the barrels. And
Okay.
then on the other side of the turret, we had a 40-millimeter grenade launcher, and it shot 300 grenades per minute.
That is a hell of a lot of firepower.
It is.
And then the
And surprisingly enough, we would run out every time.
oh my God, that's getting the full value for
You bet.
for the package.
You bet.
So we're about to hear here. You'll start hearing white lead talking. So white lead again is that slick that's coming in, and that's
Right. He'll be the lead slick for the 57th Assault Helicopter Company. They were called the Gladiators, and they were white lead, and their other flight was a yellow lead, but it was
Yellow
white
lead.
flight we were flying with that day.
Okay, yellow lead. I did not know that part. All right. So, and you'll hear a couple other people from them. White 2 is going to start doing what's called vectoring.
Right. They always kept a slick high, and so he could see the whole, as we called it, the ball game. He could see where the team was. He could see where the Cobras were, and he could see where the Huey is supposed to be going, and he would vector them. He would give them a heading, and he would give them a distance to the landing spot where the team was.
Got it. So like
And
another set of eyes.
you'll hear that on the tape. He'll say 50 meters out, 25 meters. You're over the team now.
Got it. Okay. Well, let's keep listening. Go back a little.
Buddy, this is Panther 3-6. Okay, if we take fire, you just kind of give us a direction and distance. That's all we need, buddy.
Hey, this is 3. The LZ's down there. Go put the smoke. It's down there by the big field out of Roger. 9 o'clock now on the ridge.
Roger, I got the LZ.
White lead's so cool about all this.
Oh, yeah.
Know if he's taking the fire or anything.
John, you can get him. Nothing will, pal.
Buddy, stand by. We'll be coming down to get you shortly. And White lead, I can't promise you anything, partner, but everything's quiet so far. So come on down. I appreciate it. Roger, it's on the way down now. Breaking. White lead.
So at first here, nobody says anything when when Tango Papa, when Lyn comes over the net.
Right.
They're busy. You guys are already in the middle of an extraction.
You bet.
So you're
And that's what
fully
we were
focused.
concentrating on at that time, like you focused on, is getting what was at hand. That was.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I've got a little note there. So I've been talking recently just a lot over the phone with Lyn St. Laurent, that's his voice on the tape there, Tango Papa. And he had just had his, teammate and friend, Lurch, David Mixter, killed by an enemy B-40 rocket, I believe, an RPG.
Right.
Hit him, and it wounded Lyn in the arm, and I believe possibly in the leg, but I know for sure his arm was pretty messed up from it. And he was a radio operator. He kept operating the radio. At this time it was just him and Pat Mitchell, pretty much by themselves out there, and he's trying like crazy to get a hold of John Plaster. So continue on.
Breaking. White lead.
And lead 2, I got John Victor going down. I've got the purple smoke. I don't really see the LZ.
Victor, is that VHF?
Yes.
No, sir. Stand for that big field to the
People are ready right now. We're under yellow smoke right over our heads.
And you're looking at the video going down. Make a real tight downwind when you get on the other side of the LZ there. Just keep going the way you're going right now.
Okay, so I start conserving ammo until we switch it sometime. Check the Vic, this is Papa 3. Did you try to call?
Look, right there, and we'll make a tight downwind just on this side of that
Quebec,
smoke.
this is Papa 3. You try to call me? This is X-ray Quebec. That's a negative. No trying to call.
I can understand why he thought. I mean, the
Right.
voices are really similar.
Right.
Okay, if you like to start making left 3-6, you just lose altitude right there. They got yellow smoke out now. You're looking real good. Just steer into the gun pattern right there. Keep taking any fire, trying to go across the blue line and too low. Just make the
What he was doing is that he was circling at that time, trying to lose altitude to get down onto the trees.
White lead was?
Right. So
Got
he wanted to stay where he could see everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just doing circles, losing altitude and get into our gun pattern.
Got it. So he
On the
gets a lay of the land that way,
Right.
and then White 2, I'm guessing, is further up. He's
up way up. He's up. He's talking them in.
got it. And you can hear the desperation in Lyn's voice there, and Tango Papa. Go back a little.
good. Just steer into the gun pattern right there. Keep taking any fire, trying to go across the blue line and too low. Just make the Okay, go ahead and stay away from
God, I get chills.
that 365 outbound in the gun pattern.
Papa, this is Delta Papa 3. I have got a team at a Prairie fire right now. I will attempt to send you aid as quickly as possible. What is your condition? Prairie fire. Roger, I copy.
God. So,
Things got interesting.
yeah, and I mean it's not like right now you guys can do anything. I mean,
we were committed to the team to Hawaii at that time. I mean, we were already down on trees. He was also in trouble, called a prairie fire.
Yeah.
So his was our, at the time, we were focused strictly on him to get him out.
Sure. And I mean, man, these guys are running for their lives out here. But at the same time, if I remember right, do you know, I'm pretty sure that Hawaii had, if I remember right, and don't quote me on this, but that they had already taken a casualty. One of their indige, I'm pretty sure, was.
I'm not real sure on that.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. I don't remember where I heard that. I got to confirm. I'm hoping to get in contact with somebody from the team to confirm that, but I'm trying to remember if that was the case or not. So things were serious for both teams is
You
the
bet.
point.
You bet.
About how much enemy were they facing? I mean, probably.
Well, in that area, it could be hundreds.
Yeah.
Because they actually had base camps and rest stations and stuff set up in that whole area, and there was underneath the trees, so we couldn't see them.
Yeah.
We did see a few, if I remember right, like hoochies and stuff. Like it was a bunch of buildings, but I'm not sure. They were really deep in the triple canopy.
Got it. And that where Tango Papa, where RT Colorado is, Lyn said that is, believe it was Uniform 8, and if I have the designation correct, he said that was one of the most notorious hot AOs that they get inserted into.
You bet. Between there and Hotel 9 and the Bra, I think those were our biggest areas as far as enemy contact and anti-aircraft.
Yeah, I remember reading that book you sent me. The Bra was really bad for anti-aircraft fire, right? Yeah.
We lost a couple Cobras down there in the earlier days.
Jeez. Okay. All right, let's jump back in.
Need as quickly as possible. What is your condition? Purify. Roger, I copy.
You're real short, man. It looks like about 6 foot. Hover's looking real good. Just keep bringing it down. Don't get too close to that red ball and blue line now. Just keep bringing it down outbound into the gun pattern. Just keep bringing it around left. Keep bringing it around.
And at the time, could you hear White 2 doing all this vectoring and stuff? He sounds like he's super good at doing that. Like he's done it for a long time.
Okay, keep bringing it around. Inbound gun. Just keep coming around.
And just
No, actually, I'm sorry. The VHF part there, where he's vectoring them, we could not hear that part.
you couldn't hear that.
No, because we were on our own VHF frequency. I could talk to the other Panthers, and then they were on their own VHF frequency, so they could talk within their own flight, the white flight.
Got it.
But on UHF, they would be transmitting, coming inbound and where the gunfire was coming from, things like that, so they
Sure.
could talk to us.
Sure.
So they talk to their own people on the VHF and us on the UHF.
So it's not crowding the net as much then.
Right, exactly.
And I'm guessing you're mostly hearing White lead at that point. Who would be talking to you guys?
Right, and I'm just trying to figure out in my own mind right now how they were picking us up on VHF because they were up their own VHF frequency.
Maybe they had two
They might,
two radios or something. I
They
don't know.
could have. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Or they may have been transmitting on UHF, but they said VHF.
Or maybe just listening.
Yeah.
Just listening in. Okay. Yeah, this is so cool, Woody. Thank you again for doing this. This is amazing.
It's great. It brings back, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. And we're glad to let people know exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
And what we were doing.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, that story deserves to be told. All right, let's go back into it.
And Wiley, I've got you inside.
Bring around left. I got you here too. The Alpha. I've got little sparse yellow smoke in it.
So what does that mean to pick up the slip?
That means that you're turning around behind him, so you can cover him.
Okay.
Put fire support down around him.
Okay. And final is that
The slick was just getting ready to land. He was coming in. He's on the trees already. He's getting ready to do his flare.
okay.
And stop.
Okay.
Okay, just stay down and draw. Keep on the trees and keep coming on down. You're looking real good. You're about 3 out. It's right up there. Control clock. You're looking real good. You're only about. Okay, come up 150 meters out. You're
So things are gonna start to get really busy here.
Interesting.
So this is where I'll remind the audience just that this is also, we're hearing the intercom within the white lead slick. So we're going to hear the door gunner speaking. We're going to hear the crew chief speaking. And I'm pretty sure I have it accurate who's the door gunner and who's the crew chief based on what Don and I were talking about which left or right, which one would be which. But you're going to hear the door gunner and the crew chief actually giving their cues as to where the slick is for the pilot, which is pretty unique insight.
Yeah, because they can hang out and they can tell them to move forward, move left, move right, to be in the best position to pick the team up.
Sure. And it may seem, this is something I talked to Don about, is he said, it may seem like it's really fast and everybody's not talking slowly enough to understand, but from what he said, it sounded like if you guys are working together so much.
Oh yeah, it's you've done it so many times, and it's just automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump back in.
We're going to get about 75 over, right? Take your fire, pulling out to the right side. You know, how was that fire? We're out there, go all right. Following the course about 20 meters outside of Dorso. Pulling outbound as he turns right. Where did you take the fire from? About halfway into about 20 meters out to the right side. Roger. So you were taking it in? All right, understand. Just follow him out. Sounded like it's all magazines. And it doesn't sound like
I don't know who's transmitting there, but talking about magazines or whatever it is, but so you got a direction and a distance kind of now,
right?
20 meters out to the right side.
And the second you get that, you just start putting rockets there.
Got it. So are you do you remember? Are you coming around the racetrack right now on one side, or are you?
Well, I'm coming around, breaking inbound. Yes.
So you're breaking inbound. So that call, that 20 meters out to the right side, that is to you. You're going, okay, that's where I need to put.
That's where I need to put the rockets. And then you had to be real careful. He's not going to be breaking that way too. So as long as he's straight and level, you can put a pair of rockets out there. He's not going to want to turn.
I get so used to talking to you guys, and then I realize, oh my God, like you guys we're actually out there, and this is real. This is not some Hollywood,
No, this
thing.
isn't
This is a real thing.
It is. It is. There are real bullets and real tracers.
Man. God, what a rush. All right.
Just follow him out. Sounded like it's all magazines. And it doesn't sound like taking fire. Roger, from where? Roger, 8 o'clock. Keep going around. Leave right around to the last outbound Cobra.
That would be me.
Listen, buddy, I'll be on my way down there real shortly. Get that field come up over here. You're not going to do it. Just keep coming. Panther 3-6, this is Delta 3. Go ahead, please. Roger, I've got another Seaman Prairie fire. Could you take over this ball game? Negative, Dave. Now we got those spads. Okay, those spads aren't here yet. Are you ready to go attempt this? Roger that. I'm game. Switch this, took some pretty heavy fire. We're shooting right now as hard as we can. And we're going to call it back down here for one more try. That's going to be about all we need.
Okay. So, Woody, can you explain what that means, the ball game, and can you take over, and what John Plaster said?
The ball game was the mission at the time. Getting in there, extracting them, bringing the slicks in, all that was part of what they call the ball game. The reason John wanted 3-6 to take charge of the mission was so he could go on up to RT Colorado. Mm-hmm. But at the time, the attack air was not on station yet. We had gotten out there before the attack air was able to respond to the area. Because on this particular mission, or any mission over the fence, we had attack air available all the time. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a top priority mission. Secret mission, but top priority, which was good. And so at that time, we had no way of, once they did get in the area, we had no way of contacting them and talking to them so they could come down and fire for us if one of us, would have got shot down, or Huey would have got shot down, and we needed TAC air to keep the bad guys' heads down on our ridge lines, because it's in the mountains.
So you need the FAC.
There's a lot of real lines, so we needed the FAC to be able to communicate to the Spads or whoever was coming out, that A1Es or the F4s or whoever.
Okay, got it.
But and that's why he said negative until they get out here and appraise them of the situation.
Okay. Okay.
And we were already started the ball game. We'd already started the mission as far as, we were on the trees. We're bringing the Huey, the slicks coming down. Mm-hmm. So we didn't want to. You're busy at that time.
Yeah, fully committed.
I mean, all your radios are going, and you don't have time to have another person in there trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where the Covey would be that person talking to the TAC air.
I can't imagine the level of pressure here. I know, you guys are fully focused on this extraction, but John Plaster, he's got to make that call.
Oh, he has to make the call
of
what's going on.
Yeah.
And he had very limited choices at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what can you do?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's...
Another St. Prairie fire. Could you take over this ball game? Negative, they've not got those Spads. Okay, those Spads aren't here yet. Are you ready to still attempt it? That's that. I'm game. The slick just took some pretty heavy fire. We're shooting right now as hard as we can. We're going to call it back down here for one more try. That's going to be about all we
So you guys are, low on fuel here? Or low
No,
on...
we'll be getting low on ammo at this time.
So
you got one more try to get them out.
Okay, you're looking real good. Just keep
this is Delta for 3. I've got one Prairie fire going right now. I'm sending aid to your location as quickly as possible. If possible, evade.
Yeah.
You're looking real good. Lead okay. Slow it down. You're about 250 meters out. Just off road.
So Tango Echo there, is that the launch site? Docto or something?
I think it must be. I'm not real sure. I'm not sure if it's the launch site or maybe another FAC en route.
Okay. Got it. And you guys are coming out of Docto, but the FAC, he wouldn't have come out of Docto?
No. He would have probably come out of Kontum, out of Pleiku Air Force Base.
Got it.
Or Da Nang even.
Got it. All right.
Okay, keep turning around. Don't sweat. Lose your altitude. Okay. Take it hard around the left lead. That's it. Look good.
Looking good.
Okay, just keep setting your 12 o'clock now. Just bring it in back. Bring it around.
Okay, watch this place. We did well here.
Looking real good. Lead. Keep it right along that ridge line. Just right along the edge of that field. Just keep bringing it in. You're looking real good. Okay, you're about 250 meters out. You're looking real good. It's going to be 1 o'clock here in a little bit. Just keep bringing it on over. Okay, you're looking real good.
We got to go for a fire. No sweat.
No sweat. About 250 meters out. You're looking real good. Start slowing it down. It's going to be about 12.
So he's giving play-by-play, just like a sports cast.
Exactly like that.
Okay, you're about 100 meters out. Okay, not quite that far. You're about 50 meters out. Looking real good. Right down there. You should have a panel about 12 o'clock. Looking real good. About 25 meters out. Looking real
So
good.
that panel he's talking about,
The hybrid
the
could see it.
F-17?
Right, and the hybrid could see that. The pilot, in the slick coming in couldn't see it. So
Until he gets right over
Until
it.
he gets right over it. So the hybrid can see it. That's how he can vector them into him.
Okay, so he's watching. He sees that little dot, a little orange dot there from the panel, and then he's watching the slick and saying, "Okay, you're about this far from that."
Exactly, because the guy in the slick coming in doesn't have a clue. He can't see the panel. So
Got it. And they're going to drop ladders, I think.
I think they are on this one, and he can always tell where it is too. Back the lead or whatever Cobra is in front of him at the time, getting ready to break, will break right over the team.
Okay.
So it kind of gives him an idea of where the team is, even though he can't see him. And then his vector ship will vector him right into it.
So that's like when you spot the team that first time, then as soon as you start that racetrack, you break over so that's a little visual marker. Okay, got it. White 2 again, extremely cool throughout this whole thing, and
yeah.
white lead, just no real excitement. I mean, there's intensity, but they're just doing their job.
Another day at the office.
And everybody, really. I mean, the only person who seems to get really excited is, guy on the ground.
And that's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And even, we'll get to that point.
Okay, you're about 100 meters out. Okay, not quite there for you, about 50 meters out. Looking real good. Right down there, you know, panel right 12 o'clock. Looking real good. About 25 meters out. Looking real good. Right down there to your right. That's looking good. Right. Okay. And there's a panel right below you, Lee. Right below you. Tails underneath us. Come on down, right?
So they just kick the ladders out.
Right.
I've got it. Going up this time. Short time, I can try to hold out. Good. Keep going down the left. Good. Kick the ladder. Come on down. Keep coming down. Ladders out. Ladders out. Hold it right there. Hold it right there now. They've reached the lights. Hit the left. That's all. Now we got a big push behind us. Push forward. TT.
So you hear that term TT. I asked Don about that. He said,
This means a little bit.
yeah, very.
You know, it could be TT time, TT space, but it always TT is just a little bit.
Is that like a Vietnamese term?
Yeah.
Okay.
It means small.
Got it.
I love you, Buku. It means a lot. I love you, TT. It means
Okay. Buku and TT.
Now we got a big push behind us. Push forward. TT. Break. Push forward, right? Okay, that's good. Right there. Looking real good. What distance? What distance for pod? This is Delta for pod 3. Are they on yet?
So white leaves are turning fire.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, just for a visual, I'm picturing we got the door gunner and the crew chief. We're hearing shooting, and they're vectoring, or not vectoring, but they're directing.
Right, directing him over the panel and keep it.
I mean, I'm just picturing them shooting and trying to suppress the enemy and going, they're coming up.
They're doing quite a bit of other things. They're also their safety. They're making sure their tail rotor's not getting close to a tree.
Yeah.
And they're making sure the main rotors aren't getting close to trees. And they'll inform the pilot if the tail's hanging too low, if there's a tree back there, tree to the left or right. They're doing all this at one time.
Talk about
everything
situational
together.
awareness.
You bet.
I mean, we got people who can't have situational awareness driving on the highway. I don't know how you could possibly keep track of all this. Oh, man.
And most of these people were young people.
Yeah.
You know, they were the door gunners and stuff were 18, 19, 20 years old, and the pilots were 19, 20, 21 years old. So
that's something that is always crazy to me as I learn more and more about this stuff, is how young you guys were when you were doing it. Because, I mean, that was almost 10 years ago for me, and I feel like you guys are so much older and more mature than me, even at this time.
Well, I don't know about more mature, but I'm older, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard some stories, I guess, but certainly doing things that I wasn't doing at that age.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So the guys are coming up the ladders right now.
Uh-huh.
And you just heard, I'm going to go back a sec. You hear Quebec say, okay, take off. So he's still on the ground.
Right.
But he's got his first,
whoever 3 or 4 people that he's got have already come up the ladder or hooked onto the ladder.
You call that is that a chalk when you're up on it, like your first chalk away?
Well, chalk would be the aircraft. It'd be like chalk.
That'd be the aircraft.
Would be the aircraft.
Okay, got it. So the first lift is away of guys. So we got guys on the ladders hooked in, and they're coming out. But Quebec's still on the ground. He's going out last.
Right.
So that must have been a heavy team going in if there's still 6 people.
Yeah.
Your location, I'll be in about 033. Stand by, we got a Prairie fire. Roger, I got your please show me that situation. Okay, did you look at me? All right, going on down, man. Well, pop the smoke right now. Just calm down, buddy. We're gonna be down here. We're not gonna shoot. Calm down, pop your smoke. Don't use the radio. The second slick's coming down. And if nobody can do it, these guys can do it. So just relax.
That's Panther 3-6 talking.
All right, now I was just yelling because I couldn't. There was too much ordnance going on. You were taking the first chopper was taking heavy ground fire, and there's 6 more people on the ground. Can the next chopper take 6? Over.
Man, I mean, like, you hear him getting all excited, Quebec getting all excited,
Yeah.
and so Panther 3-6, he's trying to say, hey, just
calm down.
we got this.
We're going to get you out.
Yeah, and then I just love that how he comes in. He's just, oh no, I'm fine. You know, yeah, we're taking. I'm fine. I was just yelling because the ordnance going on.
Yeah, you couldn't hear.
Talk about badass. These guys, man. Everything's fine. All right.
I couldn't. There was too much ordnance going on. You were taking the first chopper was taking heavy ground fire, and there's 6 more people on the ground. Can the next chopper take 6? Over. Right there, that big field. Don't take it. I try. I'm not sure.
So Panther 3-6 is directing basically the whole helicopter situation right now.
Yes, and the Highbird's giving them guidance as far as. But we're directing. You know, he'll tell Panther 3-6 that he's got 6 people left, and so 3-6 relayed to the Gladiators, to the white team, that he has 6 people. Can your next aircraft take 6 people? Mm-hmm. And he wanted to make sure. And then the pilot that was coming in the Huey said he will try. He's not sure, but he'll try to take 6 people because you're in the mountains. You've got a high density altitude, and weight matters. Yeah. The room. He has room, of course, in the aircraft for 6 people, but it's the weight that they're worried about. And I think that he was able to take 6, and they got out of there okay. Okay. It's hard for them to, especially if they're down below the trees at a hover, to come up above the trees and then go forward. And if he has people hanging from the ladders, he wants to make sure he didn't drag them through the trees.
Yeah, I know that's happened.
So he has to have enough room to clear the trees, and then to get some flyaway speed. Once he gets his airspeed up, he's fine. He's got plenty of lift in.
Got it. I guess that's kind of like, I've heard of like those Charlie model gunships that are, when they're so weighed down with ordnance, they'd have to take off.
Oh, you bet.
Over.
They'd have guys running next to the helicopter. They're jumping in.
So if you don't have enough power, if you got too much weight to go straight up,
you're going to have to fly it out like that, but you don't want to do that with people on strings or on ladders.
Yeah. Because you don't want to drag them.
You don't want to drag them, exactly.
Got it. And then one other thing. So we're not hearing Delta Papa 3 and the FAC pilot, because Delta Papa 3 is the backseater in the aircraft. Right. We're not hearing the pilot and him directing.
That pilot's directing the TAC air.
Mm-hmm. Which would be the fixed wing.
Exactly. The fighters, the F4s. And
got it.
A1Es, whatever's coming out.
Got it. Well, I'm going to go back just a little more.
There's 6 more people on the ground. Can the next chopper take 6? Over. Right there, that big field. Don't take it. I try. I'm not sure. He's gonna try. So he's getting our shot final right now, and I'm getting ready to open up on the area again. So just keep your head down. Okay, I'm gonna pop a little speed. That's the only smoke we got left. Let's try to get 6. Okay, we'll do. Thanks much. Okay, slightly. Just keep going. 1 o'clock. We'll hit for Delta Tango. Roger. Why don't you stay out here? I'll just make a battle by myself. That's okay. Stay again. Full straight. Roger. Maybe you get the secondary side. I'd like to get the scopes on that. Go ahead. Okay, roger that. Go ahead. Thanks. Just go clear off. We're working light until we get there. Okay, real fine. We're going to have to all refuel for this next bit. He's down on the ground now, and they've got the ready out. They want to just change it back and I roger. Fine. 512 is 597 uniform. Come out 131.01. 131.0.
So somebody's doing a radio check or something there.
I think that's another fact maybe checking in with Plaster's pilot.
Got it. Yeah,
And letting him know that he's in the area, he's on station. He's checking in to let him know that he's there, available to whatever.
I think I remember him talking about there being another fact that he knew out there that was flying that day, or another.
I think so.
And Covey 556, if I remember right, that is Plastic Man's plane he's flying in.
Right.
So we'll hear 556, and I think the other one is 512, and I think that's his buddy.
Oh, Roger, 512 is 597 uniform, and I'm about 131.01 picture. 131.0, you're in here. This is Delta Papa. I am en route to your location. I will be there very soon. Okay, 13, come on down and join us. Sure, the guy here. Panther 3, how many? I just said the phone outside is not bad. 131.0. Good job, Papa 3. Roger, I wasn't right now. The boat steps forward. It jams, it jams real tight. That's why I couldn't fire. Okay.
So the second slick is just
coming in to a hover. He went ahead. He went too far forward, and they had him back up a little bit.
Oh, that's when he said, "Hey, too far."
Yeah,
too far.
He went over him, so he just backed him up where they could get to the ladders.
Oh, okay, got it. And so now we're about to try and get that second lift of 6 out.
Right.
So the crew chief, or who we assume is the crew chief there, he's saying you guys were shooting rockets so close that it popped his ears.
Yeah. It happens.
It's probably not too often you hear people talking about.
But you actually you have to do that to keep their heads down, and to protect the slicks. That's part of. Fortunately, we haven't shot any down that I know of.
So what's like the optimal distance for shooting rockets from the slick that's coming?
A lot of it depends on the distance you are away from them.
Okay.
If you're far away from them, you don't want to shoot too close because you don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That rocket can do anything. The closer you are to them, the closer you can fire to them.
Okay. And I'm guessing, would they explode a lot? Like when they hit the treetops, do they explode?
Yeah, they sure do.
Okay.
Yeah, they're HE rounds, high explosive rounds that detonate on contact.
Okay.
Be it a tree, the ground, whatever.
Got it. All right. Yeah, as soon as that effing dude came in, my ears popped.
I've been called an effing dude a few times.
So the same thing is kind of going on over in what we believe is Uniform 8 now with Colorado. So it sounds like at this time Delta Papa 3 is telling Tango Papa to pop smoke, if I understand right.
It could be. I'm not.
Or was he still here at this time? Do you remember?
I think he was still there at that time.
So maybe there's your secondary fire team has arrived there, and he's trying to get him to pop smoke.
And he was trying to pop smoke so they could fire for him.
Got it.
That could be.
So he's trying to manage two different situations right now.
Right, from two different locations.
God.
From one location.
That's insane. Okay, got it. And that's the rockets going right there.
Yeah.
5-6 from Mixter.
I don't ever want to be leaving.
Tango Papa, I've got your smoke. Where do you want the fire brought?
I think there's two of us together. Charlie's dead on the ranch.
Roger, give me an answer at the distance.
Right, 5-6, this is 512.
50 meters.
Direction, to what direction?
Three,
I'm 3's going out.
okay, three's going up. I'm breaking.
Come on out, guys. Everybody, you were right up the chute. Just give me a direction.
Got everybody through.
Coming in hot.
I got my pause there real quick. So that's like to me that sounds like the most intense part of the whole thing right there is that desperation in Tango Papa.
You bet. You
in
could
Lyn's
tell he was
voice.
out of breath. They'd been running, and somebody was right on their ass.
Yeah, and with John Plaster just coming in there saying, "We just need a direction and distance. Just give us a direction and
You bet.
distance, and we got you." But we can't do it without that. And then
Yeah,
he
we
just
needed a starting point, and we needed to know exactly where they are, and then where the bad guys that they know of are in relation to them.
got it, and man, and yeah, just south is all he gets out. Just
Yeah.
south. God.
50 meters.
Direction, to what direction?
Three, I'm 3's going out.
Okay, three's going up. I'm breaking.
Come on out, guys. Everybody, you were right up the chute. Just give me a direction.
Got everybody through.
Coming in hot.
You got it, billboard. White 327, you got everybody? He said there was two of them, and Charlie was on their ass. Yeah, no. Two guys looked like
So these guys are listening in and just talking about what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I like to go straight out. I got to go straight out.
Okay, bring it in closer. Bring it in closer. Right now, and I'll be picking you up.
Get it in, buddy.
Right now, then you got in front of you, three.
Towards the north, too. I'll come in with 20 mic. I'll take you right out.
So I don't know. That might not have actually been Panther 3-6 then. I don't know. Would it?
That sounded like it was somebody firing for Colorado.
That's what I was wondering. Is
It
if you?
didn't sound like somebody that was within our group.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, it could be Panther 3-6 saying he'll take out. You know, he's gonna
Yeah.
take out one of the slicks, meaning cover them. But
Right. And that slick that said he had to go straight out. That means that he had to go straight out to get lift. Because if he turned, he'd lose his lift.
Oh,
He'd
that's
lose
why he
his,
said
he'd
that.
lose his airspeed, lose his lift.
yeah,
Because he's in a climb. And he didn't want to take that chance. So with the power that he had left, because he had 6 people,
so loaded down.
so he had to go straight out. He couldn't turn. Which he informed
okay.
us so we could shoot ahead of him. You know,
Yeah.
from behind him, but we could shoot up ahead of him to keep the bad guys' heads down.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's that same weight dynamic we were talking
Right.
about. So that just gives you an idea. You know, it's not like the video games where you're
No, he was
able to
He was right on the edge as far as power and being able to complete that.
pushing
So
the limits.
you bet.
And not to mention, I'm
he
sure
had to
low
put
on
everything.
fuel too.
He had to put everything in his favor. So
Got
the
it.
low on fuel part's good only because he's lighter.
Less weight.
He's got less weight.
It's a trade-off.
And if he had to, he could go to he could let the team down at Ben Head if he was low on fuel, or
Yeah.
he could even let the team down on Leghorn if he
Okay.
had to.
So, and for the audience, Leghorn is a radio relay site.
Station in southern Laos.
Got it. It's on a mountain top.
And Ben Head is a fire base that's right on the Laotian border.
okay.
And Dak To was about 10 kilometers farther in.
Okay. Got it.
So if he was really low on fuel, he had those options.
Got it. So there was you didn't have to necessarily make it all the way back, but we got to get him out of here.
Right.
All right.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Right.
Towards the north, too. I'll come in with 20 mic. I'll take you right out.
You're looking real good. Straight on there. When you get down there, you want right to the right.
Roger. 3 o'clock, 50 meters.
That does sound like Jim, though. I think it is.
Okay. So Charlie November there must be another
He must be. It must be at FOB too. He must be at Khartoum.
At Khartoum.
Yeah.
So he's saying, "Hey, we got King Bees ready if you need them."
Right.
But these guys have got the team off the ground now.
Right.
So White Flight's got.
And what we're doing now is headed back to Docto to rearm and refuel.
Okay.
And head right back out again for Colorado.
Got it. So there will be a little cut that happens in the tape here. So it's not going to be real time. You said it's about 2 hours the actual span, right?
Between the start of one mission and the finish of the second mission, right?
Got it. So the whole thing is about 2 hours, and this tape is about 45 minutes.
Right.
So probably about the length, I'm guessing, of this podcast will be 2 hours or so. So that's about the length of the actual mission, the whole thing.
Okay, roger that. 170 monitor. Roger, 17.
That's Ed Blackburn, 17. I think he was
Ed
coming
Blackburn.
up. He was Panther 17. I think he was coming up from Duco. I'm not sure.
Got it.
He was doing our southern mission.
Got it.
And once the teams got in trouble, they realized they needed more firepower, so they went ahead and launched them from wherever they were
Sure.
to come up into the AO.
Okay. So he's over right now at RT Colorado's
He should be heading toward them. Yes.
location.
He's checking in.
Okay. Or getting there close. All right. I'm just going to adjust
And that way, Covey, once we pulled out, he could divert all of his attention to Colorado then, and he could direct 17 into fire for the team.
Got it. No, that makes sense. The the intensity and the need for air support is definitely clear there. So we're right now the whole team of RT Hawaii is off the ground.
Right.
They're currently on ladders, hanging out below these slicks as they're coming out of the
And the
Laos
LZ's
mountains.
clear, so there's nobody. But he didn't bring in any fast movers on that LZ because he wanted to save them for Colorado. Anything that we had available, he didn't want to waste there. He wanted to make sure we had TAC air available for Colorado, or he wanted to be able to use it until we got back out there.
So no releasing a ton of ordnance on the LZ or anything like that.
Like he did once they pulled Colorado out. He let him come in, and
We'll hear that.
he was a little pissed off because Lurch was killed.
Yeah, understandably.
And
Okay. Yeah, and Lurch was, Lyn talks about him as a really good guy, taller than most in recon, which is for many a dangerous game from what I hear.
I can remember him as far as his stature and stuff, but I never personally knew him.
Yeah.
Maybe talked to him, high or something, but that was.
He said he was just a guy kind of just was kept to himself a lot, but was a really, really good team member and really, really solid in the field, and just a good guy. And we hope that he can rest in peace, and we're glad that his story is able to be known through this kind of stuff.
He saved his partner's ass.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it took an RPG for him. That's Jesus Christ. All right, let's jump back in. Here we go.
Roger, 17.
So that's 17 just came
We're going to
out.
be doing it again. And 13, take a level. 28, are you on my tail? 3600, just keep going straight up and I'll be coming down here and face you out. Roger, got us. Right now, 17. I came down here to help out.
So by now everybody's tracking while this is going on. Everybody's trying to provide something.
Yep.
Right behind you, dude. Just going straight up.
512, that's the other Covey, as far as I understand.
Real good, John. Fingers coming out.
And the Covey plane that John Plaster's riding in, that's a Bronco, OV-10.
OV-10,
he said.
right.
All right, man, real good. I'm right behind you.
So you hear right here, the crew on White Lead is saying, you know, you got that on tape?
Yeah. Not sure anybody would believe it.
And I wish we could find who these guys were. If anybody has any information about that, you know, we'd love to get in contact with them because, you know, somehow this tape came to us eventually, and we're here talking about it on this podcast. But it's,
I'll try to get some information to you through their website.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Maybe you can get contact some of them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who all was there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll get to eventually reach them. All right, let's keep on going.
Delta Papa 2, White 2 on uniform. You guys at? Okay. And I'll check the people on Panthers. Okay.
Papa 3, he advised, he says he has people on 360, start working at about 100 Lyn South. We'll bring it closer if we have to.
So you can hear gunfire from the OV-10 there, I think.
Yeah,
you can hear the
so
60s going.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if he is now over at the other location,
He could be.
or if this
He
is,
could be, because I'm sure he went up there as soon as we pulled that last.
I mean, it
the
wasn't
last
that far,
look came
right?
out. No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it was but 10 clicks or something.
So for an OV-10, that's nothing. I mean,
Yeah,
they get
that's-
there in a minute or two, probably.
Yeah. That'd be a piece of cake.
Yeah. So you're hearing him saying he's got people on 360. He's talking to Panther 17, I'm guessing.
Right.
And he's saying 360, start working at 100 mics out, so 100 meters.
You bet. And it sounded like he had a 1.7. I think he said he had 1.3 with him, and I think 2.8 was with him too, which is my original wingman. So they must have taken his aircraft back, got it fixed, and came back out again.
Got
I'm
it.
not sure who it was. I have to look up who 2.8 was at that time.
Okay, so they got a full.
It sounded like they had
light
a
fire
heavy.
team.
It sounded like they had a heavy fire.
A heavy
team.
fire team.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Uniform. Delta Papa 3, White Lead 3, Tango Echo. They all look pretty good. They're all hanging on. Papa 3, Tango Echo.
Papa 3, correction, Panther 27, this is Papa 3.
He's calling me. He's meant to say 1.7.
Got it. And that happens.
Oh yeah.
People have got people on 3 sides of their closely and fast.
I don't know if it was
Fast, so I have a pop another smoke.
I've got 3 Cobras coming in extended. I want to see nothing but assholes and elbows on your whole launch side there.
So assholes and elbows.
That's right. Means he wants those aircraft rearmed quickly.
Got it. So he's talking
Don't
to
slow
them.
down. Yeah.
He's talking to the guys on the ground saying,
Right.
"You guys don't mess around."
He's
here.
just
We
letting
gotta
them know
go."
that we have to go right back out again.
Got it.
We're working at about 100 meters out at 360.
Okay, roger that. Delta Papa 3, White 2. Delta Papa 3, Tango Echo. Guys look pretty good on here.
This is Delta Papa 3.
17 and my flight will be moving in at this time. We'll be going in from the north to the south of the
Roger, buddy. Give me another smoke. We got Cobras on
So he
station.
says Cobras on station. There must
Right.
be another one there.
That's Panther 1.7 he's talking about.
Some Batman for you, and if you need them, there's 3 King Bees at Charlie November
Batman.
location at your disposal.
That we looked it up in
Roger, this is Panther 3.
the headquarters brigade, first brigade, 5th mechanized infantry. So he just asked Panther. Sorry.
I was just going to mention, is it battalion maintenance? Is that what he was talking about?
I think he was actually saying. So,
I think Batman is a call sign of one of the fast movers.
was it?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's why you had 3 Batman on station. Means he had them up above him already.
Oh, okay.
That they could use them to use some fire suppression and stuff.
Could have been, yeah.
I think I'll look that up myself too. But it just sounds like I have 3 Batman means he's got 3 fast movers, 3 F4s, whatever they were using now.
Okay.
A1Es.
Okay.
I'll look that up. See if I can find it.
Sure. But what was I? Oh yeah. So Panther 3-6 here. He's asking White Lead. He's saying, "Who's what I want to make sure I get you guys' names.
Yeah, he was going to write them up for awards and stuff.
Yeah, so he could do that.
Yeah, anybody could.
And he was a captain.
He was a captain. He was a platoon leader.
Okay.
And he was a air mission lead. So yeah, he could do that. We didn't do it for our own people, but we mostly did it for like the slicks.
The guys you work
came
with.
in, did a little extra.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right, let's keep going.
I'll go ahead on box flank and call them, and as soon as we get up there, I'll rush right in front of you and have my crew wait to help you down. Delta 5, Tango for 5. This is Delta Papa 3. Okay, Papa Smoke, ready to work.
We normally didn't talk about stuff like that a lot.
Yeah.
Especially with something else going on.
Sure. Well, I guess these guys, so the white lead, I think this conversation is happening within their slick.
It is.
So they're headed back right now.
Like what the hell he want to know for?
He's just, want to know who's getting the award, I guess.
Yeah.
But I talked with Don about this. He was saying, I guess, kind of a running joke with the crew members is that they were, that the pilots always got the awards.
Right.
And I think these guys are giving their pilots some crap. There's some banter going on here.
Oh, sure.
It's not really them going, oh, I should get an award. It's more just, hey, oh, they're giving you an award, huh? Like, all right. I think that's kind of what it is.
We see how it is here.
Yeah. So it's a little satirical, I think, probably. So now they're trying to figure out where everybody's going.
Right.
We're going to get rearmed. We're going to drop these guys off, get a medical attention if they need
and
it.
get all back together again and go back out and get Colorado.
You hear that up a dollar, down a dollar thing.
Yeah, that means the frequency is going up. Say it's 130.1, go up to 130.2.
Okay.
Or whatever the frequency was they were talking about.
So dollar was like a specific
just
number.
Go up one. Go up one number. Yeah. Just go up one number.
Just for like security or for...
Well, a lot of times it was
get off that,
so they could get off that and they could bullshit, say bad things about the other.
Okay. Alright, we'll go back a little bit because talking a little.
So Bravo Hotel's been hit.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to start at Bravo Hotel, we can talk to them, and they got a medic down there standing by with people.
So I'm not sure if that's actually what he says there, but that's me and Don kind of theorized. Don thought that so John Plaster's saying, okay, hey, talk slowly on the radio so I can understand you, and it sounds like Lyn says "okey doke," which
probably it's possible.
Which sounds like something he would say to kind of poke fun at Major Plaster for being from Minnesota, which is also my home state, which I thought was pretty entertaining if that is what he said. I'll have to ask him
Yeah, really.
if he remembers that.
Okey doke.
Idea what your situation is. Oh, I don't want to go to Bravo Hotel. So I go and step in there in front. Can you give me an idea of how many people are around? I'll be starting down long. I'll be standing at the other end and give you a vector down. Okay.
And the reason, what he's doing is he's going to be at the other end of the runway, letting them know exactly how to let the people down, so he doesn't drag them and so he doesn't pound them on the ground. So he's just telling them how far he is above the ground, hovering down. Like he might be at 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 feet, hold.
Okay.
So they can get off the ladder.
I imagine that's particularly hard when you're that way down.
Well, he was pretty light then because he was low on fuel.
So that actually
So
makes
that
a big
actually
difference.
helps. It gives you more lift.
So you can hover
And-
a little more easily.
Right,
once
and
you're
plus
that
he's
low.
over a runway. He's
Got
not over the woods. Where
Oh,
where the
okay. Yeah.
downwash is being distributed differently. I mean, he's
And the altitude difference.
right. He's got a good place to land, so he's
Got it.
got lots of lift.
Okay. And why would they not want to go to Bravo Hotel?
Well, because it was just an extra stop, and it was only
Yeah.
like 10 kilometers from so they wanted to be able to drop off the team at Dock Toe and then just move right over to the side of the runway to the refueling point.
Okay.
And it's a lot quicker for them, a lot easier. They
Easier.
didn't want to make the extra stop
Yeah.
at Ben Het, which was a pain in the ass if they didn't know you were coming or where you're going to land at Ben Het.
Got
They
it.
had a runway out there, but
Got it. So they want to do
They
what
wanted-
they're familiar with.
they wanted to do that and be together with everybody. They didn't want to be by themselves.
Sure. All right.
Okay, this is 3. We're down to Charlie November. Okay. The other ship is on this finger. Emily, just so you understand, you're going to Bravo Hotel also? That's negative. I'm going to Dock Toe, but we're going up and downward.
Coming hot and heavy.
Okay, thank you.
Father, can you give me more of an idea of what your situation is?
7556, this is 512. Okay, thank you.
What's true, this is Delta Papa 3, please stand by. Say we're going up and down or not. Tango Papa, this is Papa 3. Can you give me more of an idea of what your situation is?
And wait to right here. Stand by, John.
Lima Chuck was loud and clear.
Yeah. So he actually said Lima Chuck there.
Yeah.
Not Lima Charlie.
Right.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's one of the most powerful points too.
Yeah.
We gotta. So I think that right there is where it cuts out from one tape and goes into the next. I'm not 100%.
There was 4 different tapes that I listened to that they were unedited or anything.
And if you guys who are listening to this haven't listened to the SOGcast with John Plaster and Tilt, he talks about this mission and he talks about that line there where he says, "We got to forget about the dead, buddy. We're worried about getting you out." And that's just like, I mean, that's just his character. He's trying to say, "Hey, man, it's still worth getting you out of here."
He was just putting out the plain facts.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's really powerful. All right. And Straw Hat
is American.
What would they call the indige? Do you remember?
I don't remember. Just remember the Straw Hat was an American.
Okay.
echo come in. You know, that bamboo just splitting on my side and falling down. Yeah, did you see a big tree hit over there? Yeah. Sucker knocked down.
They were chopping up the jungle.
Got his handle down and put on, right over inside up on the hill. So, is that why he backed up that time? I can't see the ground below me. Because he might have done it from constantly. Yeah, sure. This is money towers, just like stuff, like that. If I can see a flat place on the ground, I can hover it, you know. That's why I was flat with it. But there was no place I could see a flat place up there from the hillside.
So this part here, this is not on our copy.
Okay.
There's an article on SoftRep's website that has a little bit extra of the tape, but there's this funny dynamic where he says something about, oh, well, I didn't say ground fire because that's the only effing place we're going to take fire from,
Yeah.
or something like that. And so I put that in there, but that's not on our copy of the tape here. I wonder if these guys ever thought maybe guys on a podcast talk. I mean, podcast wasn't even a thing, a radio show type thing.
Yeah, never. I didn't even know it existed until.
They're all just kind of talking like they're just the guys. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, I better. One more Prairie fire.
Yeah.
Alright, listen, I was looking at your area. You say all the bad guys are here November or your November winter?
So north or northwest?
Right.
November, Wisconsin.
Right.
Go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and land before we have your...
Hey, listen, I want you to start moving Sierra. There's a smaller LOV. You're on what looks like an LOV right now. But if there's that many bad guys that close, I'm afraid of getting some shit shot up. So I'd like you to move it to your Sierra. One thing, let me double check the
west end of it.
Just as you are sitting alongside that stream, there's another LOV to the next hedgerow. I'd like you to try to get back there.
So the next hedgerow. So what kind of do you know like what he means by that? Because hedgerow, I'm picturing like Germany or France,
Well,
but that's
I would think it would like maybe be trees or something.
yeah.
'Cause I don't
it's
remember.
like a break in the trees.
Yeah, I don't remember hedgerows, but
Okay. He's just using the terminology he's got, I guess. So I think that's Pat Mitchell talking there. I don't think that's Lyn.
and I think he's asking about the ETA on us, the slicks, and because he said Cadillac, and normally we called off a Cadillac and a cherry tree, a car and a tree for some reason, I don't know.
So Cadillac is you guys,
Right.
and the cherry tree is the slick.
Right.
Okay, because I didn't know what that meant, but I figured it was some kind of a.
And we use different trees and stuff.
Got it. So I got to correct that. I marked it there as likely a code word for slick when in actuality that's a
It's
code
both.
word for you guys.
Yeah.
Got it.
Why don't you either stay on the left or the right hand side of the valley, not right in the valley. That way you can only, if you take fire, it should only be from one side. Your exposure time won't be as long if you stay on one side of the hill or the other. That was just over to
And we'll get the story from Lyn too when we do the same thing, this kind of podcast with him, which I can't wait to get to talk to him too. We got to get you guys together.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Panther 36, Delta 53. This is Panther. Roger, the cream puffs are Winchester at this time. We're moving them out of the area. ASAP, you go ahead and start going down. This is 36, Roger.
You doing okay on time?
Yeah, I did. There's somebody at the door.
Winchester at this time. We're moving them out of
So green folks,
The cream puffs.
cream puffs.
Yeah, and that again, that was the TAC area.
Okay, the cream puffs.
So they would expended them and moving them out of the area, and for us to come back in.
Okay. That's got to be Pat Mitchell talking there. So they got the panel out, and it sounds like John Plaster spotted the panel or somebody.
Right. I had spotted it just before then.
So that you're already over the area now.
Right.
So Pat Mitchell is somebody's got a hot mic. That happens in video games all the time these days.
And it blocks everybody else out.
It's a real world issue too. So just for clarity, Pat Mitchell is the 1-0 on RT Colorado, and Lyn St. Laurent is the 1-1, I believe, which would be the radio operator.
Right.
So he's carrying the radio, but Pat's either he's on the survival radio, the ERC-10 or something like that, or he's just got the telephone from the radio, and he's talking right now saying, okay, my guy's here, and they're trying to figure out if he's still gonna make it, I think.
I think so.
Because they say something about livable, but that's all I hear from that. So the ceiling, what is that? You know what that means?
I don't know.
I may have not caught that right. Trouble reaching Tango Papa now. So lead 2, you got to chase. Does that mean, like, I'm guessing that means one of you guys is coming in with them, or one of their guys is following?
It sounds like it was one of them, but yeah, it could have been one of us was behind him.
Okay.
I'm not real sure on.
So now you've got, I'm guessing, 5 Cobras in the air?
No, the other 3 had already expended.
Okay, so they headed back, you guys
They headed back to refuel and rearm
Got
in
it.
case something went, tits up with us.
Got
they
it.
had to come back out.
Got
So
it.
they had already broke station and went back
Okay.
to refuel and rearm back at Dock Toe.
That makes sense. So you guys are the same 3 Cobras over...
Right, exactly.
Over,
3-6, 3-8, and myself.
okay, got it. So 1-7 and 2-8 was it?
Yeah, it was 1-7, 1-3, and 2-8.
Okay, got it.
Okay, that was me.
That was you.
That
Okay.
was me. My rockets had jammed. I didn't. They weren't getting any electricity and stuff.
Oh,
So
interesting.
so I couldn't fire
That's not
rockets,
good.
but I could still fire my turret. The co-pilot. While
Yeah.
I was at 2 feet above the trees at 130 mile an hour, trying to find the circuit breakers to reset.
Really?
And to reset the master arm switch. And
Dang. So you got to actually flip a switch on and off
oh yeah,
to
you
get
have
that
to get the rockets right in front of you. There's a switch that's on or off, or inboard or outboard switch.
Yeah.
And then you have a circuit breaker that you pop. Sometimes when you're loading so it doesn't accidentally get any electricity to it and sets off a rocket on the
Oh,
ground.
yeah, I can imagine that wouldn't be good.
But and I pushed them all back in and everything. I just had to reset them. Sometimes you have to reset a circuit breaker to make it work. And I got my rockets back.
Got it.
You know.
Got it. So that was, so I'll have to correct.
And that was Jim telling me
3051.
just to go ahead and stay down there with the turret, which I was going to do anyway.
So go, I can't shoot my rockets. Okay, got it, understood. That's so interesting. I wish we would have had you with us when we were originally doing this, because
Could have saved a little.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we got Panther 1.7 right in a few places where I wasn't sure who it was, but it it made sense. 3051 is Woody. Got it. All right, let's keep going. He sounds out of breath.
Yeah, tired and ready to be done.
He's helping Lyn, I'm guessing. If I remember right, Lyn was mobile at least for a while, but.
White lead, this is Delta 53. This is White lead. I've got his panel and I'm going on the way down.
I know they took a medic out with them.
So that's that chase medic they're talking about.
Yeah.
So they might actually sit down for this one.
Good possibility.
Yeah. Get this. So circuit breakers, is that what the?
Yeah, that was
inside the cockpit.
It's in the cockpit. It's right to your right side, right here.
Got it.
You can't really look down at them. You just have to feel them and know where they are. And some of them, we had little tags where they marked them, where we knew which circuit breaker was which.
Okay.
So we wouldn't have to look down to pull it while we're
in the heat of the moment.
2 feet above the trees. And
I forget that that's the proximity, Yeah,
because one little thing and you'd be in the trees, so you had to really be on the controls.
Oh boy, God. All right, and I mean, I'm picturing those grenade launchers too, like exploding in the treetops.
Yeah,
and you get shrapnel and stuff.
Oh yeah.
God. All right, and the rockets. So one's going out, the other's coming in. What does that mean? I just got my rockets packed by recycling something.
I just got my rockets back. It means I could use them. By pulling that circuit breaker and pushing it back in.
Oh, that's still you talking there.
Right.
So that's not 3.6.
No, I reset everything.
All right, 32.28. Roger that. All right. So you just got your rockets back working again. So It took that long to be able to do that. Dang.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't imagine trying to fly the ship. Would you have the co-pilot's still shooting?
No, he's shooting the turret.
So you can't fly.
Right.
Dang.
They got a big shiny panel out there. You're going up on 400 meters out. You're looking real good. Just keep on the reach line there. I just got my rockets back by recycling launch. Try to okay, just give you a good mingle. You're about 250 meters out. The panel is dead ahead at 12. Just keep going in direction. You're looking good. I'll be passing the slip. Okay, it's about your 12:30, 1 o'clock. Just keep bringing it that way. You're looking real good there. And you're going to cross a little stream here pretty soon.
So same thing. White lead's coming in to the rescue here.
You bet. And we're following them in.
You want to start down 3? I want to hold here for a second until he starts. Right up there. I'm taking. I'm heading forward, right? Go down real good, about 3 feet. Keep going down. 1 foot, keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down. Okay, looks good. Same way, I've got to pack up straight.
So we're over the LZ now.
Right. Sounds like he's hovering. He's headed 1 foot.
So they're coming up, right side's up. So at this point, I need to also clarify. So we talked to John Plaster about this, and I think I talked to Lyn about this. By this time, yeah, I did. By this time, so for a while it was just two of them. It was just Lyn and Pat.
Right.
The indigent scattered, I think, when Lurch was killed or something like that. And it sounds like by now the indig are back. They've
Right.
somehow
like
heard the helicopters or something.
Right.
And
They got them all together.
got it. So the team is going to make it out.
Right.
Obviously, they lost Lurch, which is terrible. But those who survived, hopefully are going to make it out.
You gave away the ending.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is crazy to me that you can hear the 60s shooting.
Oh, yeah. So you can hear the door gunners.
And it's not like bursts, it's just
No,
ripping it.
continuous. Because this is where they're most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Coming out and going in.
Gotta have that fire superiority. So sounds like they got, I'm guessing, Lyn and some indig on the first ship. A little celebratory whooping going on.
Sounded like Plaster.
Looking real good. Just keep coming right. Just come right up that ravine there. Second, third's on his way down. Let's have the panel out, Sergeant. Just get down right on the tree there and stick to the
So bingo.
Means
that-
he has it in sight.
He's got it in sight. Okay.
Right.
You still got the panel out. You're good. Just continue 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Directly at 12 o'clock at the dead center bottom down there. Real good, real good. Just continue 12. Continue 12.
That white 2 seems like just money in the bank.
Oh,
He's-
yeah. He was good.
Continue 12.
I'm not sure who it was.
Okay, looking real good. 12 directly ahead. Directly ahead. You're about 100 meters out. You're coming up on 75. You're 50 meters out. Right in front of you. Right in front of you. Got it?
So now we got the second ship coming in.
Right.
White leads out. So by this time, how are you doing on rockets and on?
Well, I'm doing pretty good because I couldn't fire them for a couple passes.
Okay.
The other guys were probably running.
Got it.
They're conserving enough. They're shooting one pair at a time.
Got it.
So they can hopefully last throughout the mission. Because we didn't have another fire team out there at the time. It's just
Okay.
us.
So you can shoot them together or one at a time?
Well, you can shoot a pair at a time.
Okay. So
It could be the inboards. You could shoot a pair, or you could use your outboards where you had 7-shot pods. Shoot one pair at a time. So 2 rockets at a time.
okay. And well, I'm guessing once you start getting lower on ordnance,
Yeah,
maybe
you
a
kind of
switch.
conserve a little bit.
Got it. All right.
Real good. We're going to be heading to Dock Toe. I got a 1-1 in the American outboard. Did you go up there and whisk him off to play good for us? Roger, I'll be feed the Papa Kilo for you, and I'm right on you, and I'll be dropping in tank.
Pleiku Papa Kilo is where the 71st Evac Hospital was.
Okay, so they're trying to get him aid,
Yeah.
medical aid.
Right,
Because Lyn's wounded, his arm's all messed up. and-
right.
So 3 must have been the second ship
Right,
that
it
came in
was.
for this one.
Airburst there. Come on up, hurry up. I went in airburst with dumb fucker back here, threw a grenade out. Okay, real fine.
So what's going on there? Somebody
Well-
threw a grenade out of the helicopter?
Well, the vector ship, the high ship,
Yeah.
saw an airburst.
Uh-huh.
What he thought was an airburst.
Okay.
And so he thought he was taking an RPG or a mortar, taking some type of a thing. But it was just the one of the people that he pulled out, not sure who it was, pulled pin on a grenade and threw it out.
Why though?
I don't know.
In the air?
But I've heard that before though. I heard it on a podcast last week, as a matter of fact.
All right, that's crazy. I think Don told me that at a certain point in CCS that was outlawed. Like you could no longer throw.
Yeah.
If you did that, you get in trouble for it, which is understandable. Because nobody wants a grenade dropped in their slick.
No. And you're not helping out if the shrapnel hits the aircraft, or because you're low anyway.
God. I wonder whose slick that was by. Was that White 3's slick that had the
I'm not
airburst,
sure.
or?
I'm not sure if it was a white lead or 3.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back 10.
Airburst there. Come on.
Oh, airburst there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went in airburst. It's dumb fucker back here threw a grenade out. Okay, real fine.
I bet that was White 3's.
Yeah.
Somebody just threw a grenade and thought it was an airburst.
Red smoke's out. Red smoke's out. Okay, just closing over your way.
Okay. So that's that point there. Red smoke out.
We could blow the LZ away because we knew there were bad guys real close to him. So anytime we put any rockets, minigun, 40 millimeter in there, we were going to kill somebody.
Got it. So that was that last guy in the aircraft tossed out a smoke grenade.
Right, letting us know that it was all clear. And we also confirmed it with Covey to make sure.
Got it. That's just crazy. Blow the LZ away.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody goes, yeah, there's VC all over the place.
Nice.
Go for it. Yeah, man.
Red smoke's out. Red smoke's out. Okay, just closing over your way.
This is where I like to hear him talking about how close the rocket fire was.
Yeah. They don't want the Claymore to get captured or something?
That, or they don't want another team to come in and accidentally trip it.
Oh, yeah, insert LZ. It makes sense, yeah.
Fantastic. Negative or an affirmative? Thank you, right lead. You guys did it again. We'll see you back at Delta 3. This is Tango Echo. Tango Papa City couldn't hear your break. I'll try to Tango Papa, Tango Echo.
I mean, forgive me for saying this, but you guys are freaking heroes for being able to get those guys out of there.
No, we just did what we were trained to do and what we liked. I mean, I like to do it, so
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I just can't. I mean, I can't freaking imagine the pressure of having people's lives on the line every single time you're out there.
We were too young, too dumb.
But you
Wouldn't
got
but thank you.
Man,
Got them out, and that happened every single day.
I mean, that's the other part about this is just another.
Another day at the office.
Yeah. Man.
A busier day at the office.
Yeah.
Tango Papa City couldn't hear your break. I'll try to
He's trying to confirm that Lurch is dead.
Yeah. Okay. There's salad on the LZ. I talked to Don about that. He said he thought it meant just chopping the trees up or something.
Yeah, and that was Plaster doing the woo-woo.
That was him?
Yeah.
All right.
Buku VC.
All right, let me go back.
Echo, can you copy me?
God must be on our side. This is. I mean, the odds are so stacked against you guys.
Yeah.
Two teams. I can't believe it. Like, you got these guys out.
Yeah, Roger. I'm gonna take my bird back after that person we had. I had a
Oh, so that's why he accidentally said yellow 3 instead of white 3.
Yeah.
Because that was the other flight. Yeah.
I believe you had the second element on your ship. Roger. Okay, would you get hold of the straw hat back there and ask him if he is absolutely sure that that other individual is KIA?
That's Lurch. Yeah, yeah, he's sure. I'm pretty sure after what happened, he would be very sure.
Over here. Now, Whitey, come on, Victor. What's up? Roger, this is 2. That straw hat is pretty seriously wounded. He's back here. We already have his hand, but I don't know. I'll ask him if he wants to go back to Docto or go to play good or what. He says, like, his number, Roger, I know you want to say. I'm going to wait in, huh? No, they're planning to play good. 3. 3, stop 3, go. Roger, the man back here says that I repeat, affirmative. Okay.
So he's confirmed that he is
Right.
dead. So, and he says, so John Plaster says, we'll drop some 500-pound sandwiches. So that, what is that, 500-pound
500-pound bombs, yeah.
All right.
And just destroy the whole area.
Got it. Got it.
I repeat, affirmative. Okay, we'll drop some 500-pound sandwiches in there.
So you guys are headed back to Docto now. Okay?
This is where we're getting our second breath, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's going, shoo.
Finally excited.
Yeah.
Okay, what is 3-6 talking about here?
He's talking about, he was primary guns that day. So the next day he was going to be flying a Duco mission down south.
Okay.
But that night, that same night of this, whatever team was going to fly Duco the next day had 5-minute guns. So they had to live over in our operations shack. And we have to have, if we got incoming or a village around there.
Oh, yeah, just be ready to go
We
in
had
5
to
minutes.
they had to be in the air in 5 minutes.
Okay.
You know, if we had sappers coming through the wire, anything like that, we had to be off the ground. So the crew had to stay over there by the aircraft, you know, in the operations. They couldn't go back to their hooches or go eat, go drink.
Got it.
And he's just saying that, you know, the other pilots that didn't fly that day from the 3rd Platoon are going to be pissed because he's not going to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Understandably, after
And
being out
after
doing this,
those 2 missions, he's
need
ready.
Need a breath.
He needs a beer.
Yeah, need some time in the club after that one. And he's saying, I got a sore ankle and all.
The guy had a hangnail or something.
Roger, I sort of made the normal approach down there. I couldn't get this thing down. I kept overspeeding again. I got down on my trees. I fell below the bamboo on the way down. I had no trouble getting it down, but I snapped it over.
So now it's just, all right, we're headed back.
Yeah.
We're, you know,
Just bullshitting now.
yeah.
Happy to be.
Yeah, definitely.
How close the support was down
That was
there?
us.
Yeah, I saw it right outside my window. Hey, well, my gunner back here's got a little piece of shrapnel was laying in a crease in his pants.
Oops.
That's close. I got a crack on the windshield. I think it's from shrapnel.
Oops.
Oh my God.
Hey,
I hope that gunner kept that piece of shrapnel.
I do too.
And you had some damage too after this. You had some
We had some
bullet holes.
Yeah.
I had to deal with that. That was a real good vector in there both times. I really appreciate it. Right back. What can I say? Yeah, I'll tell you, them Panthers, I think I'll buy them a drink too. Those guys are fantastic.
That's my guy Woody.
That's good to hear. Things like that are really
You probably didn't hear that too
Uh-uh.
often in the.
no.
Roger, they said they'd rather have a kiss than kids in a beer. Can't be arranged.
Did you guys get the beer?
I don't know. I'm sure we had some beer. Yeah.
Place train? Few, but I think it's mostly scrap. They were blowing trees up around base coming back down through the
Yeah, we did.
Thank you very much. 2736. 27 go. Okay, Roger. If you've got phone holes, go ahead. Go back home. Don't bother to ring up. Okay, Roger. I'm going to check them out first. They were on the right side. I looked at them before. It didn't look like they went in anything. Okay.
So you could take some hits, but
Oh, yeah.
still fly.
Like I said, you could take 30 or 40 hits as long as it didn't hit a vital area, and then you could take one hit and it would bring you down. So
Sure. Just had to be the right place.
all right.
And how often did your Cobras get shot down by ground fire?
Most of the time it was just shot up and stuff.
Just shot up.
Now later on, like when Bill Reeder got shot down. I mean, he had his tail rotor shot off, and some guys in country at Firebase 5 and 6 got tail rotors shot off, things like that. And
Oh boy. And he's the one who got captured.
right. He's got a good book out called Through the Valley
Through the Valley.
by Bill Reeder.
Okay. That's one I gotta check out.
Okay, is it a straw hat? He's got shrapnel on his leg, and the one in the straw is pretty bad. You can't walk right in.
Okay, so I think I'm pretty sure that's Lyn who got
Right.
shrapnel in the leg, and
Right, they're going
his
to take him
arm-
on into play too.
I know his arm's pretty messed up from that too. We just got to get you guys together to talk about this.
Yeah, that would be-
To just get to meet each other.
Roger, the rest of our slicky's going to pick up all the other people on the ground and RTP back to
Pontoon.
wherever we're going. Roger, that's probably what I would do. 27 go. Okay.
So now, what's your next step? You go back.
I'm going back to Camp Holloway in Pleiku and park my aircraft and go to the club.
You just go. Well, you got to check out your holes first.
Not going to pass go, not going to collect $200.
Straight to jail. Straight to the club. Got it. And that's it. Man.
And another day at the office is complete.
God. Just as Tilt always says, just another day in Prairie Fire.
Yep. Last one out, lock the
Another
door.
day in SOG.
Turn out the lights.
Oh, man. Well, before we comment any further, just want a quick acknowledgement to all those who didn't make it back.
Yeah.
With David Mixter, Lurch, and, anybody else who we're not sure on RT Hawaii's side yet, but we'll learn that at some point, I hope. But just a rest in peace to them and all the aviators who,
bet.
gave everything to get these guys out of there.
You bet.
Man, just straight up nerves of steel. But man, any thoughts on the?
That was good. I enjoyed going back over it again like that, and
Yeah.
hearing a lot of this stuff since it's been reprogrammed now and stuff where you can understand and
Sure.
it's clear,
Sure.
a lot more clear now.
Yeah, Dennis did a great job of cleaning it up.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah, it's that was probably one of the coolest things I ever got to do. Woody, is to go through this with you. It's just like the culmination of all these years we've been listening to this.
Oh, heck yeah.
Here I'm sitting here with you. I can't believe it. So thank you for that.
Just another derelict helicopter pilot.
Oh man.
And I say that nicely to all my friends and stuff.
Oh man. Well, yeah, We'll definitely want to have you on our podcast
you
and
bet.
talk about some more stories and stuff. And
I'd love to do it. Just let me know.
thank you so much for having us out to your
Well,
place here.
Thank you
and-
guys for coming, and thank you guys for doing stuff like this, because it needs to be told. And pretty soon all of us are going to be dead, and we need to get the story out there just to let people know. And then I think it's good for the families to hear this, to see what their fathers, their grandfathers, things that this is what they did.
Absolutely.
And they can hear it.
Yeah.
And hear it in their own words.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great thing. I appreciate you guys doing this.
Oh, 100%. We appreciate you, Woody, and appreciate everything that you did and all you guys did. The Pink Panthers deserve some more recognition for working so hard to bring all those guys back.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, Pink Panthers and the 57th
And hopefully you guys will get to meet up with these guys at the Vietnam helicopter pilot reunion whenever.
Sure.
Either it's Reno this year, St. Louis next year.
Sure.
Not sure where it is after that.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
And there'll be people from all the units in Vietnam. There'll be people that flew for CCN, CCS, CCC, of course. People from the 170th will be there.
Okay.
People from the 57th will be there. There were different times. That's why I'm not sure exactly who was on this mission.
Got
Because
it.
I can't remember. I know it was the 57th, but I don't know who the pilots were there at that time.
Got it.
Because it all kind of runs together.
That's kind of like part of the, we're working on a mystery and putting it together one little bit at a time. And
You
just
bet.
today, talking with you, I mean, there are so many things that, now that makes sense. Panther 1-7 is over at, at RT Colorado's place first, and then they got to go back and rearm, and you guys take over. And it all starts to make more and more sense as time goes on.
Yeah, because, to the untrained ear, when they first hear this, they don't have a clue what's going on. Unless somebody explains to it.
Yeah. I mean, I sure had no clue what was going on at first. I didn't even realize there were two different. I didn't realize that Tango Echo and Quebec were two different people at first when I listened to this. And it just, you piece it together a little bit by little bit.
I still don't know what's going on, and I was there.
Oh, man. Well, we'll look forward to talking with you again, Woody.
Great.
Really looking forward to getting Lyn to look at this too, hopefully. And
Oh, you bet.
I don't think he's heard it yet, so.
That'll be interesting
Oh
for
my
him.
God, yeah.
Because the guys on the ground don't hear what's going on in the air.
Yeah.
They don't hear us talking back and forth, they just hear us talking to them or talking to Covey.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a whole kind of different side of things, I guess. And yeah.
But they're the heroes. I mean, they were right down. They were there, where they were within feet of the bad guys, and getting their asses shot at and having to run, to get to these LZs and to evade them. And I just have so much respect for them. I can't. It's hard to say.
I bet they'd have the same thing to say about you guys.
And I feel the same way about the slick pilots. Guys from the 57th and the 170th, because they saved our asses a lot. And on Tailwind, they went in and got our CO out when he was shot down. Other missions where I had come back in from missions in Laos, we were empty, and my Chalk 4 crashed. Steenbach, one of the pilots from the 57th, called me and said, "Your Chalk 4 just crashed." And he actually cut bamboo trees and stuff down to get down to the Cobra, and he saved their lives.
He pulled them out.
Oh yeah, because the one person, John Cole, was unconscious, and Vince Sullivan was in shock. He was the other pilot, and the aircraft was on fire, and it was starting to melt plexiglass into John's back. And if they hadn't landed like they did, and their crew chief went over and got the crew out, they would have perished in a crash.
So the bond between not just you guys and the recon guys, but you guys
and the slick
pilots.
Oh, you bet. They knew that if they ever went down, we would be right there on top of them.
Yeah.
And we knew that when we went down, they would be there for us. And they were in many instances.
Man.
And without a hesitation. I mean, it didn't matter how much ground fire. It didn't matter how many bad guys there were. They would be there. And we were the same way. We would go down. If we ran out of ammo, I would circle the slick and let them try to shoot at me, just so they wouldn't shoot at the slick. I mean, that's just what you do.
Better love hath no man. Man. Well, thank you again, Woody. Any final
Thanks,
thoughts before we?
No, I just appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you,
And
thank you so much for what you did.
Keep it up.
So Woody here flew for, what was it, 11 years in the Army?
Right.
And then 35 years in?
Right. I flew for an oil company in a short time. Then I went to fly EMS for 35 years.
So a lifelong of service, life of service.
I ended up flying for 50 years before I retired.
Wow. When's the last time you were flying?
Goodness, it must have been about 6 years ago.
Okay.
I think I've been retired 5 or 6 years.
Well, you deserve it.
Time has flown.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. Again, today we were talking with Woody Woodard from the Pink Panthers, and we're very honored to get to talk to him today. We hope you enjoyed and hope you learned a little something about SOG and learned about what these guys did going into hell to pull these guys out. And it's been a hell of a cool experience, and hope to see you for the next one, and hope to see you again on the show. All right.
You bet.
Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time.
Guys.
That was great.
That's a wrap.
Yeah. Have you guys both gotten a chance at all to look at the actual podcast that we did last year?
I definitely have. Yeah, I know Andy, I believe, has too. Every time we come over to the house, or anybody would come over to the house, he was so proud of it and so stoked about what you guys were doing as a company, and like including him and his expertise. And he just, I know it meant a lot to him for sure.
Yeah, it definitely did.
That's so cool. What was it like growing up with a dad who had not only been in Vietnam, but also a helicopter pilot and continued to be a pilot throughout your guys' childhood, to my understanding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really interesting, growing up. Your bedtime stories would be about, flying in through Pleiku and dropping all the different munitions that they would carry and all these things. So it wasn't your typical stories, I think, growing up, but he was, real proud of that, and
Sure.
gave us a lot of good history lessons along the way.
That's awesome. So he talked to you guys. Was he able to talk to you guys about the mission specifically he went on? Because I know a lot of that was like pretty well classified.
Once we were older,
yeah.
When we were younger, it was more. He was known as like Mr. Safety, just because he did EMS piloting for so long. Like anytime they needed maintenance done, or pick up a bird here, drop it off here, he would take me and Andy out with him.
Really?
Which was awesome. Yeah, I think
you got to fly
awesome.
with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the time.
Oh dang.
All the time.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wasn't supposed to, but a couple of times he put in like the dual controls in the front, and like we were, I don't know, probably teenagers or less, and he let us take the controls a little bit for a while.
Oh my God, that's like world's coolest dad right there.
He'd fly into our schools during, I don't know if they still do it, but they had like almost like a dare week or like a safety week, police week almost, and he would always fly into the school, land on the football field, like everybody be crowding around to see the helicopter. It was awesome.
Oh my God. That is absolutely amazing. I can't imagine how many other kids must have been talking to you guys about how cool your dad was.
Definitely.
That is so cool. Do you what do you guys think people he would have wanted people to remember most about who he was, and what he was all about as a person?
I think what he embedded in me specifically was like just taking care of other people all the time, treating other people with respect. Doesn't matter what their background is, who they are, what they've been through, like just treating humans for humans and giving that care and love and respect and you know, very, very open, like kind of like you said, very open to talk and very transparent and just trying to have a good make everybody happy, have a good time.
Yeah,
Like
and
we're
I
all
think that's
yeah.
evident from, all the way back to his army days, right? He still, kept in touch and would check in on his, old Pink Panther colleagues, and then even to, EMS and, flying to people and meeting with families and, taking care of us and, our friends and families and all of those things. So that was huge to him.
Sure. And he lived like a life of service, it sounds like, so just very sounds like he was quite, as you said, Michael, in your message to me, quite selfless, which is really, really cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, what do you guys think about like the fact that your dad actually had one of his missions recorded like that? Like, did you guys, what was the first time that you ever heard that?
So I think I actually sent him that recording. You're talking about the one with the audio transcripts.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was I was listening to uh air traffic control just to try to learn like how they speak on YouTube and understand like the languages. And I had come across that video. I don't know how I went down that rabbit hole, but I had sent him a link to it because I was like, Dad, this sounds like you. And I don't remember how long ago that was. I'd have to go through my messages, but sure enough, he's like, "Where did you find that? How did you find this?" It was like transcribed and
Oh my
everything.
God.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow. And did you like right away when you guys did you like listen to it together or did you do anything like that?
So I recognized his voice immediately, and I was like, "This is so strange. Like I don't know what's going on right now." And yeah, I sent it to him, and he was super excited. Called, pretty sure he sent it to Andy too. Everything would go in our group chat in circles. So
Yeah, I feel like I listened to it and I was like, how can you get anything out of this? It just,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just don't have the ear for that.
Sure. It's tough. I had to sit down with um one of our friends who's a Huey crew chief, Don Haase. He served in CCS in support of SOG missions. And him and I spent like, I don't even know how long, just listening over and over and over to it. And that was before we even knew about your dad. And then I actually talked to Barry Pensek, Scarface, who flew on Operation Tailwind. And I think for his book and things, he had written about your dad a little bit, or at least about the Pink Panthers and things. I still need to read his book on Operation Tailwind. But I was sitting down at dinner during SOAR with him, and he was like, "You should talk to this guy named Woody Woodard, who was a Pink Panther." And it just all started to like come together after that. I, messaged your dad on by email and he came back. He's like, "Yep, that's me." And it was just I was going, "Oh my God, I cannot believe we actually found somebody from this mission." Because we knew about John Plaster being on it, and Lyn St. Laurent was kind of MIA at the time. Nobody really, it seemed like, knew where he was. But we actually got to talk to him too. So you guys will get to, if you want, see his perspective on things as well, which is really, really interesting. He was on RT Colorado on the ground. Um, so, did he ever share like any major lessons with you guys? I know, Michael, like you went into the military, right?
we both did actually. Andy
Both of you
was
guys did.
yep, Andy was Navy. I'm actually out of the Air Force here in 12 days. So
Congratulations.
yeah,
Wow.
thank you. Thank you.
Dang. So both of you guys served then.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And Andy, what did you like? What kind of field were you in the Navy? What MOS? Or you don't have to say specific if you don't want to.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I was an intelligence specialist. I did a lot
Hmm.
of op intel and then did target intelligence.
Oh wow, gotcha, gotcha. That's yeah, extremely important function in the military. And Michael, you did aviation, right?
I started out in security forces and then swapped over to do the MQ-9 Reaper as a
Yeah,
sensor operator.
awesome. I know a friend of mine who did a lot of Reaper missions,
Really
and yeah, and now I think he's going on to be a test pilot, which is pretty cool.
nice. Yeah, that's probably a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
Kind of
excellent.
crazy. My last unit that I finished out at was the 20th Attack Squadron. We went back through the history of it, and it was actually the same unit. Like stood up, it was 20th TAS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow, a lot of legacy there.
yeah. So me and my dad were like doing tons of research and googling, and he's like, "What are the chances like
Yeah.
of this all lining up like that? That's crazy."
Wow, that's cool. That connects everything together really well. Did he ever like talk to you guys about military stuff in order to like help you prepare for that journey or anything like that?
He
Yeah.
did.
Go
He
ahead.
he said, "Don't join the army and don't join the Marines."
I can imagine why, given the, you know, the quality of living in both is not quite so great
That was his
compared to
number one request for both of us. Growing up too, like every year we went to the annual VHPA, and every year it'd be in a different city. So that was kind of like a highlight growing up, getting to go and talk to those guys. And we were always stoked if the pool had like a lazy river or awesome hotel we were staying at. But then in the evenings, right, we'd be at they're mingling in the stick it in is what they would call it for the Panthers.
Stick it in.
That was their officer club back in
Oh yeah, so
Vietnam.
they named their
Oh
hotel
yeah, I know. I
room.
recognize that from somewhere. I think that's in the Gerald Barron's book, and
Yep.
It Was My Turn on Terry Crump. I'm pretty sure the Stick It In is featured in that, if I
Yeah,
remember
I'm
right.
sure it is. Yep.
That's excellent. Oh my God, how
And
cool!
dad was the first one to open it up every morning and the last one to close it down.
Got it. And for the
Yeah.
listeners, that's the Vietnam Helicopter Pilot Association. Is it like their reunions, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's awesome. What do you hope listeners will take away from hearing your dad in this podcast and the guys he served with?
I think we play it down a lot because like we heard these stories growing up, but like I mean pardon my French, he did some crazy shit. Uh I mean he was shot down 3 times in Vietnam. He volunteered to go back for another tour in Vietnam. He was on all these, you know, missions, and he would tell us like the only thing he was trying to do is like take fire off people on the ground. So he would literally just go sweep in front of people, shooting AKs and RPGs at them. And I mean, uh, I don't know. You don't get that kind of level of heroism every day, I guess. And I mean, I think it's part of his legacy to be remembered for sure.
God, that's excellent.
Yeah, I think to build on that, Andy, um, it didn't stop. Like after that Vietnam time, you know what I mean? Like think about the countless. I mean, I can only imagine. I remember going as a kid, like seeing the people who actually were impacted by his EMS work, or like, the kids that something happened to them, and then he was able to get them safely to the hospital. Like over the years, thousands. I couldn't even imagine. And he definitely, I would say, lived a life of helping others. Selfless, absolutely selfless.
God, that's inspiring, and that's gotta impact the way you live your life too, I'm sure.
Definitely.
That's awesome. Well, gentlemen, if you could say one last thing to honor your dad, for everybody listening, any final thoughts?
Just think, a big thanks to kind of the whole VHPA community. A lot of good folks out there who, shared stories and have always been kind of looking out for us growing up too. Uh, Mike Sherman, Bill Reeder, Terry Crump, these guys. So big shout out to the Pink Panthers.
Awesome.
And the
Yeah,
Metro Aviation family as well, I think, played a huge impact on our lives growing up and just taking care of our family throughout it all.
cool. Cool. And if people want to learn more about the Pink Panthers in Vietnam, Gerald Barron's book, It Was My Turn, really it features, your dad, features Woody in several places, and including the mission that we talked about in this podcast. So that is written by Gerald Barron. It's available on Amazon, as well as learning about Operation Tailwind. The book by Barry Pensek, Operation Tailwind, is I've heard fantastic from my friend Zach. I still have yet to read it myself, but I've listened to Barry talk a lot about Operation Tailwind and little excerpts from the book, as well as his SOGcast with John Stryker-Meyer with Tilt is excellent. So lots of good resources to learn about it out there. Any others that you guys know of that would be good for people to check out? I know there's a big book that Woody sent me.
Yeah, the John Plaster stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wasn't, I don't think, featured specifically in this one, but Bill Reeder, Through the Valley. Have you read that one?
Yeah, he actually recommended that one to me. I just started it like a month ago on Audible, but I haven't gotten too far in it yet because I got distracted reading Uncommon Valor.
Yeah, that's a great one. And I think he has another one either coming out or came out recently about Firebase Charlie, but no, that's always good stuff.
Excellent. Cool. Well, thanks, gentlemen. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk, and just thank you for letting us, help honor the legacy of your dad. And, we're just so honored to have gotten the chance to meet him and get to know him and just be impacted by him in that way is super cool. So it's extremely meaningful to us and to me personally to get to do that. I hope to see you guys around. Like, I don't know if you'll be at SOAR or someday if we get to go to the VHPA stuff. If you guys are around, it'd be great to connect up with you all again.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep in touch. We appreciate what you guys are doing too. It means a lot to us to have this to hold on to as well. And it means a lot to the whole family that you guys still look out.
Yeah, of course.
Recognizing them in this way.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Michael and I got the Panther 27 tattoos now too.
Oh, we did.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
that was part of it as well. So
I want to share that on the podcast if that's okay.
Yeah, go for
yeah,
it.
of course.
That is sick. Oh my God. I love that. Holy crap. Yeah, that is super cool. Jesus. If there's ever something to have a meaningful tattoo on, that's it right there.
Yeah.
Well, guys, if you stuck around to the end of this video, thank you so much for taking all that time to learn about Woody's story and about the story of the 361st, the Pink Panthers. If you do want to learn more, check out It Was My Turn, a book by Gerald Barron that is written as a biography of Terry Crump, another warrant officer who served in the Pink Panthers alongside Woody. He was also in this mission. His call sign was Panther 38. And I got to meet Terry at SOAR last year, and he was a very awesome guy. He's so down to earth as well, very similar to Woody in a lot of ways. And I would love it if you guys would check out that book and read about it. This transcript that Don and I were able to produce for this tape is actually featured in that book. And Gerald approached me about it and was very awesome to work with. He clearly cares a lot about the history. So I want to thank Woody and Andy and Michael and Woody's family for graciously, giving their time to us, and for Woody just spending honestly a whole day with me and Paul just hanging out with us. He was legitimately one of the coolest guys that I've ever met. And I think after hearing the stories from his two sons, you can probably understand what kind of a guy he was. And after just hearing him, talk in the podcast today, it was a joy to get to do that. And honestly, one of the most meaningful things that I've ever done in my career. I spent a lot of personal time on this. There's only so many of these guys still left. And every single year, we see more and more of them passing away. So it's critical that we capture the stories that they have and the history and the valor and the sacrifice. And I want to, take a moment to remember Lurch and to remember Woody and to remember all the SOG troopers and aviators who either, paid the ultimate sacrifice during the war or passed away after. We will never forget their service and all that they've done for us and our country, and all that they did in the war. I also want to take a moment to thank Barry Pensek. Colonel Barry Pensek was a Marine Corps Cobra pilot. He wrote the book Operation Tailwind, and he's been on Tilt's SOGcast. He's a friend of our team's and just an awesome guy. I've gotten the opportunity to meet him several times now, and he is seriously very cool, and he's the one who connected me with Woody, and I am so very grateful for that. I also want to thank Barry Louis Sabelski, who allowed us to use the audio from this tape and to clean it up. I want to thank Dennis Call, our audio engineer, who did all the heavy lifting for cleaning up this tape and getting the audio in good condition. I want to thank Paul, who was instrumental in putting together the visualization at the beginning. He collected all the footage from that, and we worked together to put together the subtitles and to cut it together. And he also did all the filming for this episode. Also thanks to Don Haase, a really good friend of mine and our very own crew chief from CCS, who served on a Huey on his own set of hundreds of missions down in Cambodia. And Don is just an incredible guy. He's like a grandpa to me, honestly, and you'll see him all the time on both this channel and on his own channel, Hugh's Crew Chief, and on my personal channel, Ice Tactics, as well. He was just so critical in getting this transcript right. We went through over and over and over again, listening to the audio and trying to figure out what was being said and what the context was for all this. And Don's experience as an aviator was crucial to being able to make sense of a lot of these terms that I had never heard before. So thank you, Don. Always love working with you on this stuff, and very, very grateful to call you my friend. I also want to thank Lyn St. Laurent, who met with us just a couple weeks after we filmed this and did the exact same thing with us. He did an interview with us, and then we sat down and did the exact same format of podcast. And I think you guys will really enjoy that one as well when we put that out. It goes into detail on what happened on the ground, and I've talked to Lyn several times on the phone. He's super down to earth, and he's super easy to talk to as well, and very cool guy. I'm also hoping that in the future we can meet with Mike Cryer, who was the pilot of the Covey airplane. He would have been on a separate frequency most of the time, talking to the Spads and the other fast movers. In our video game, we'll have a custom skin for the OV-10 Bronco to commemorate his aircraft. So we hope you guys, if you see that in nickel steel, the companion mod to SOG Prairie Fire, that you will use that skin in his honor, and see his name painted on the side of the aircraft, and just think of him and think of this mission and all the missions that the Covey planes and the 20th TAS and the other units that supported SOG did in support of these guys. Also, huge thanks to Major John Plaster, who has been instrumental in understanding the context behind this mission. He's done lots of writing. He's helped our team personally, and he also has done a few interviews about this, and it has very much helped us understand kind of how to get started in writing the transcript. And lastly, thanks to Rob Graham, our CEO at Savage Game Design, who agreed to send me and Paul out to do this. I couldn't be more grateful that we were able to do that, especially given that we were able to capture Woody's story before he passed. Thanks a lot, and I appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.